what we're going to do is I'm going to ask several people to think of a year that means something to them in their life. This could be like, for me, graduating from high school, right? 1988 is when I graduated from high school. So I want some folks to think of a year in their life. Maybe we'll ask some folks in the front row. So think of a year in your life that means something to you. And do you have a year in mind? Good. What I want you to do, take the pad and write down just at the top here, don't write the whole like 19 whatever, just write the last two digits. So if it's 1977, just write 77, okay? And then don't close the pad. We're going to have some more folks write on it. But do you have a year in mind? I'm going to try to send this thought into your mind. See if you're picking up on what I've got. Good. Let me see what you wrote. Not bad. I'll take the pen. That's how I got it. And Rick, would you write something down too? I want you to, you have a year in mind? Good. I want you to just write down the last two digits of the year, underneath where you wrote. And your name, sir, is Wayne. Wayne. Okay, write it underneath Wayne's. And one more time, let's ask you, would you mind helping, sir? That's where you got a year in mind? Good. Underneath that, I'd like you to write the last two digits of that year that you're thinking of. This is great. This is great. Perfect. Close the pad up. And what I want you to do, whoops. Good thing I'm not a juggler. What I'd like you to do is to take the pad, and I want you to draw a line under those numbers, and I want you to add them all together. Can you do that for me? Draw a line under there and add them up. In the meantime, does anybody have a watch with a second hand on it? But I'm going to give this a try. I'm going to leave this right here on the table. Have you added those numbers up? Alfred has added the numbers up. Alfred, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to believe this. This is great. I have set the watch to a particular time. You have added the numbers. You thought of a particular year. You thought of a particular year. You thought of a particular year. For the first time, announce the grand total of what we've got. What's the number?
259.
259. 259. Good? And you're positive. Good. Okay, this is great. This is great. I'll take this back. 259. Really, it is 259, huh? Okay, you know what? Mind reading is not an exact science. But if I got close, that would be good. Because, you know what? Forget about the watch. Because I tell you what, I wrote something down. I wrote something down before the show on this piece of paper. I wrote it down here on this piece of paper. I just have to sign it first. Shut up. I wrote something down on this piece of paper, the total that I thought you would come up with, and I signed it, 259. Thank you. I don't need your pity. I said mind reading wasn't exact science, but I'll tell you what. I did set that watch to a particular time. And I did that before we did anything. Would you pick up the watch for me?
259.
There it is. But not only is the watch set to 259, check this out. Reach under your seat, and there is an envelope taped under your seat. Would you remove it? Would you reach under your seat? There's an envelope taped under your seat. Rick, would you reach under your seat? There's an envelope taped under your seat. Remove what's inside the envelope and unfold it if you wouldn't mind. Hold that up and show everybody. There's a 2, there's a 5, and Rick, if you say that's a 6, I'm going to slap you, Rick. Hold it up and